Hey guys, welcome back. It is a time to take a look at another thread here. This one by Adil. We got the eBay authenticity guarantee issues with a graded base set card. So we saw some issues in the past, previous issues with the wrong card being sent, an authentic card, but the wrong card being sent, and it not being picked up by this authenticity guarantee. To me, I think it's kind of a waste of money. There are upsides in terms of selling, but with that upside, there's definitely going to be cost passed on at some point. Now, they're going to make it free for the time being, but then it costs them money, so it's going to cost you money. Maybe it saves them a little bit of money in terms of like false returns and such, but I don't know. I think eBay is maybe taking a little bit of a step in the wrong direction with some of this stuff. Especially the recent like 3-day return window for trading cards, I think is absolutely ridiculous. Some people have a PO box and they don't necessarily check it right away, so you're gonna have to now receive your cards right away when they show up at the PO box. You have 3 days to like go get them, check them out, which it's also a major issue in terms of if it's sealed product. Then you have to receive the sealed product, open the sealed product, make sure nothing's wrong with it, all in within 3 days of it arriving. So a little bit of a sucky situation for buyers. I think the same thing goes with this like authenticity guarantee. Like the less hands that touch the cards that I'm purchasing, the better, in my opinion. Even if they're graded, that's fine. I don't care. I think you should be able to figure out whether your graded card is a real graded card or not. Everyone seems to be under the impression that they're going to like verify the condition for you. They're not. They're not going to verify the grade, that it's the correct grade. They're just going to make sure it's a PSA case. And if you can't tell it's a PSA case and you're spending that much money on a PSA, a graded card, or whatever graded card you're buying, you probably shouldn't be. So again, it all comes down to educate yourself before you're making major purchases in a hobby like this or any other hobby that requires that expertise. Make sure you know what you're doing, because I can almost guarantee the people making minimum wage to check your PSA case are going to make mistakes. They make mistakes when they grade them, whether it's counterfeit items or the wrong grades. We see it all the time. Rely on yourself. Watch some videos. Do your research. Know your stuff. Know what to look for. Know what's real. Know what's fake. And your opinion, guess what, is going to be more valuable than even something that's been graded and regraded and authenticity guaranteed 69 times. It doesn't matter. Your opinion is more valuable, because if you spend enough time in the Pokemon hobby, you should not want to work for one of these companies, because they are not going to pay you enough money. That's just what it comes down to. Cost. It costs a lot for expertise in anything, including Pokemon trading cards, any trading cards, anything in any form of life. People that are experts at it, you got to pay the money. All right, so the thread here. We got a little bit off topic. We got a little off track, but we're back on track here. So they say, hi all. So after a very long conversation with eBay, I finally found out why many high-end graded base set cards do not have an eBay authenticity guarantee. Apparently the issue is with sellers using the term set in the title. The word set makes the eBay algorithm believe that the listing is for more than one card, and only single raw or graded cards fall under the authenticity guarantee. TLDR, if you are selling high-end graded base set cards, do not put the word set in the title, or you will not be covered by eBay's authenticity guarantee. eBay refuses to change the algorithm or edit the listings themselves. So you're gonna sell items on eBay. You're gonna sell basic cards on eBay without putting the word set in it. How in the world is this even a thing? How did they make that a trigger word? It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. When your most expensive popular cards that would fall in under this program are base set, you would think maybe someone working at eBay, when they're not too busy fingering their butthole in their space station authenticity guarantee super pods, or whatever they want to call the new vault, the eBay vault. Why? This is the dumbest thing. Anyway, it's like saying, okay, well, we'll make it so that the word Charizard disqualifies it as well. That make a ton of sense. Oh my god, some of this stuff, man, like, it's such a step back. Like, if you want to have it, fine, for the sake of like shipping, so that people can't claim wrong items, then sellers can put that onto their item themselves manually if they want to do that with expensive items, so that you ship it to eBay. eBay verifies the item, and then it goes on, kind of like a buyee or something. I don't think you necessarily need to have a specific task force that's going to verify that it's a real PSA case or not. I don't think that's a thing. I think you just get some people that are smart enough to say, like, hey, this is a graded card. This is the one from the images. Yeah, there's where the guy wiped his butt on it. Throw it out, ship it on to the next station. Sure, you're going to have some bad stuff that happens there, but at least that would protect the buyers. That's it. You don't need to put it into a fancy dancy envelope, Supreme, whatever, blue case with a sticker on it. Just verify that it's the item from the listing. Verify that it's real. It shouldn't take that much expertise, especially for the graded cards. Like, if you can't tell if it's a fake case or not as the buyer, let alone the person that's verifying this stuff, I don't know. But PFM says, but then when someone searches a base set Charizard, your Charizard listing won't show up. Sorry, Charizard listing won't show up unless the workaround is to use those metadata fields on the listing. If the set field is a base set, will your listing show up in base set searches? I've sold enough that I should know the answer to this, but I don't. Well, that's the thing too. Do you expect the average person that's like buying and selling on there to know the difference? They probably don't. If people that sell a lot on eBay don't know, there's a pretty good chance that no one knows. No one will ever know. Base set will bring up the listings because a base will be included in the title. If the seller does it correctly, as eBay wants, they will also fill out the set in the metadata field. Metadata sucks. Didn't they recently introduce something? I probably should have made a video on it, where it'll like auto recognize certain trading cards. Maybe I have to make a video on that, and I'll actually try to like scan them in, see if it actually knows what it's doing. We'll try some easy stuff, some hard stuff, see what happens. Xyleets, good idea, PFM. This is an interesting issue. A similar problem for base set 2. I'm glad. I wonder if it would be like Legendary Collection. It's Legendary Collection because it says collection and it's going to be under the same umbrella. I'm glad I don't plan to sell my first base set cards anytime soon. You'd think the algorithm would go by the category and item specific selected, not the title, which can have ultra high entropy. Fazul says, personally, I think the eBay authenticity guarantee is an extra step that not only wastes our time, but puts more points of possible failure into the system. I 100% agree, and it also is just a mess. When they screw up, then they don't want to admit that they screwed up, and you got all kinds of issues where you get the wrong card, it's got different damage on it, it's not the same copy, but now no returnsies because some person that's getting paid minimum wage in a warehouse said that it was authentic. I'd honestly rather the seller put some word in that sidestep the system so I don't have to deal with it. I 100% agree. And so Dale says, I think it's a larger benefit for the seller than as a buyer. Well, 100%. Until they start charging for it, in which case it's not a benefit for either. Because if you sell less because you have to charge more, people are going to go to more sketchy platforms, Facebook and whatever. It's bad enough there's eBay fees now that are pretty high. When you have eBay fees plus authenticity guarantee fees, it's going to defer people even more to selling on Instagram or whatever else. SM Pratt says, I experienced this with a Mewtwo gift box gold star card. It was the same exact grade and price as the Alakazam gold star I had in auction, but it didn't have authenticity guarantee because of the word box. Huh. Yeah, you would think it'd be like a listing under like Pokemon card single. I guess if you just like sell everything with an energy to go with it, if you don't want to use the guarantee system, I guess. Plus bonus energy gift box set collection. Livin DeVito says, just cut out the words base set and replace with based. Then you're covered and appeal to the latest generation of collectors. Based Charizard. Justin says, be sure to add in Grail Rare, not PSA, to earn additional cookie points with the TikTokers. eBay approved too. Teehee. K-Pod, I've talked to my eBay rep several times about this. Finally, they were able to determine if you put base set in parentheses, it still allows those to be searchable words, but the authenticity guarantee excludes them from its criteria. So, for example, PSA 10, 1999, first edition, base set Charizard, number 4, hollow look stonks. Xylete says, wait, in parent equals excluded from authenticity but searchable. So why not just write it out since that is also excluded from authenticity? Yes. So I think what he's saying here is this will make it searchable, but it will make it not caught by the authenticity guarantee. K-Pod says, whatever words are in parenthesis are still searchable words, but the AG doesn't look at them in making a determination to whether or not the card qualifies. So in the example of above, AG looks at any title with the word set and says, this doesn't qualify. Putting base set allows AG to not look at those words, therefore qualifying for AG. Sorry if I still didn't explain that right. Long story short, if you want base set cards to qualify for AG, use parentheses. Xyletes. That explanation makes perfect sense to me. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know why, but the first was confusing. SM Pratt had a PSA 10 20th anniversary stamped Pikachu that someone wanted to buy, but only with authenticity guarantee. I called eBay to see what was stopping it, and the rep said in this listing it was PSA 10. What? Really? I went and found the same card with different wording, clicked sell similar, and instantly the authenticity guarantee appeared. eBay is still working out the kinks. So the fact that it had PSA 10 in the title, I don't even know if the person that you were talking to knows what's going on, because I kind of doubt that. It was probably just busted at the time. Also, who is the person that's buying cards from Scott that thinks that the eBay authenticity guarantee opinion is worth more than his? All right. Dill says, I hope that eBay will release statistics on the success of their authenticity program. I can't imagine that there are many faked PSA, BGS, CGC slabs coming through the authenticity program, but I bet there are tons of rejections from the raw card review at CGC. I'd probably agree. I almost kind of want to test it in terms of like buying some fake cards. Although then I have to get them like shipped to the US. It'd be tough to do. And then return them within 3 days. And then if it goes to a P.O. box, then it's, yeah. If I was in the U.S., this would be a cool thing to test. Although at the same time, if they slip through, then it's probably going to be a huge headache to get a return on fake cards that are authenticated, re-authenticated, or authenticated for the first time. I've heard that CGC will reject the card and send it back to the owner if the pictures/description do not match the card received. We've seen the complete opposite of that. They do not check to make sure it's the right card. They just check to see if it's authentic. Whether or not they're supposed to check to make sure that it's the same one from the photos is a different story. But from what we've seen, people got boned in the zone by the fact that it wasn't the card that was advertised. They sent a different copy. Whether it was intentional or not by the seller, it still shouldn't happen. It was clearly not the same card. Now, that is a worthwhile service. Yeah, I would agree. I think that's more worthwhile than the actual like authenticity check, especially on the graded cards themselves. I don't even know if it should be advertising that. Clearly, like the fake cases are very obviously fake. And I think even PSA, all the graded companies need to do a better job of actually like cataloging images of their cards. There's a lot that just don't get the images uploaded. A lot of the older stuff, maybe it was cataloged with photos, but they never uploaded them. So I think a lot of that, being able to check the cert number, being able to verify that it's in the case that it's supposed to be in, looking at a picture of it, Make sure all the hollow foil, that kind of stuff is in the right place. Make sure the damage lines up with what you're actually receiving. And you don't even need the eBay authenticity program. But again, it's something that they're going to do, and they're going to do it to make money. They're not doing it because they're cool dudes. They're doing it to make money. Sure, it's free now, but you're going to pay for it. You're going to see. And then all of a sudden, they'll start charging more per the value of the card because they'll say that it's like an insurance thing, almost like grading more expensive PSA cards. To get them authenticated, it'll be a percentage, so it'll be a higher value for your expensive stuff. And then people really won't want to use eBay for those large purchases. All right, we've all paid for an expensive card, only to find that the seller sneakily took pictures to hide binder dents, dings, damage. Yeah, I mean, people are lazy with photos. I don't get it. And then they complain that people ask them for more photos. Real easy. Get a nice bright light. Get a nice dark playmat. Take some photos. You list the thing on your phone, even if you don't have a scanner and everything else. You don't want to go through that effort. It takes like no time to take like 3 pictures at the front from different angles, 3 pictures of the back from different angles. It's like all of 3 seconds, like super quick. A different story if it's like a $2 Pokemon V and you're just listing it as near mint, and you have 69 of them. Sure, but if it's something that's like over $100, if it's $1,000 or whatever. There's no excuse to not take pictures. Like, you're going to spend more time checking your messages of people asking you for more photos than you would just taking the photos to begin with and putting them on the listing. Not to mention the fact that I would think that a lot of people are hesitant to bid on something with terrible photos unless you're just really trying to hide the damage. So it's either hiding the damage or lazy and stupid. It's one or the other. Either one or the combination of the other two. Ron says, I just had a 2K purchase rejected from PSA. Items authenticity can't be verified. That's all the info I got. Didn't notice any red flags from the seller. Guy listing his personal collection, it seemed a little bummed because I got a solid deal, but mostly annoyed that it was rejected on the 8th and it still hasn't been sent back to the seller, so I haven't been refunded yet. What? It has to be sent back to the seller from eBay for you to get your refund? Guys, this is it's not good. It's just headache. Everything I hear about this shit is just headache. It's headache. It's more hands on stuff. It always leads to more headache. Like what is the point if you don't get your money back right away? Also, I want to know what item this was. I'm going to send you a DM, and I want to hear about that. I want to see the listing and see if it was actually something questionable. Because, all right, thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope this additional episode of eBay authenticity guarantee sucks a fat one was at least slightly entertaining and informational. But yeah, have a good one. Join the Discord. See ya next time. Bye.